Giddy up like a spur, I feel like Tim Duncan, yeah. Shorty, she tweaking, she yelling and screaming. Let's skip all the fussing, yeah. Let's skip all the fussing. Chasing this game and ballin' like Tatum.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It is
Welcome back.
another year, 94 feet with your boys, DJ and Isaac. Got some NBA on the horizon. When you're seeing this, it's the same day. Basketball started tonight. So, I feel like just to keep the season started, Isaac, I'm going to make a bold prediction here, and I'm going to attempt to predict the standings for the East and the West. And I'm just going to let you just react, and we'll go from there.
All
But I
right.
decided to full blown hot take, Curry from the moon with it. Just let's try this. So we're gonna start with the Eastern Conference. We're gonna
I
go
bet.
15 to 1. We're going to go 15 to 1, make it easier. So 15th place in the East, I got the Washington Wizards, but that was a bit of a given. 14
Mm,
Brooklyn, 13 Charlotte, 12 Chicago, 11 Toronto, 10 I got the Pacers,
okay.
9 I got Philly,
Okay.
8 I got Atlanta,
Uh-huh.
7 Miami, 6 Milwaukee, 5 I got Boston, 4 Detroit, 3 Orlando, 2 Cleveland, 1 the New York Knicks.
Okay. I'm not mad. Um, say first off, I think Brooklyn is gonna be last, so I'm gonna just let that rock. Um, Washington is trash, but like Brooklyn is just they're gonna hoop, but I don't think that they're gonna translate anything on the defensive end, so everyone's just gonna score on them. That's literally what I feel like is gonna be over there.
That's not a bad take, not gonna lie.
But I mean, that's 14 and 15. I don't really care about that. Name your 12 through 8 real quick again. I just want to see
I put
something.
Chicago 12, Toronto 11, Indy 10, Philly 9, Atlanta 8, Miami 7, Milwaukee 6.
I don't think Milwaukee's going to be that high.
Mmm,
Giannis is going to carry them, but I think they're going to come in more of a like a 8 seed.
really?
All right, let's be honest. I love Kevin Porter Jr., but like look at that team, bro.
You think Giannis is going to make the play-in?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be struggling to yeah. It's all respect to Kevin Porter Jr., respect to Bobby Portis. Giannis got both his brothers now, which is cool. Um, respect to who else is over there? Miles
Miles
Turner.
Turner?
They
I
they
mean,
dropped they dropped Dame
yep. They lost
and,
Brooke.
and picked up Miles Turner. Like, all right, listen, Miles Turner is the same type of play style that Brook plays, so I can understand it. I just don't think that they're gonna be that good.
Hmm.
Indiana, you got them at 10.
Yes. I think Pascal will drag them. I mean, let's remember, as much as they lost Turner, they obviously without Halliburton. That team was still a team that got that far. Granted, is Halliburton the engine behind that team? Yes.
And then their
But
big man.
here's my
All
thing.
right, so who's their starting
Pascal,
big man now?
hey, you got Pascal's still there. They still got Obi. They still got the pieces. So I think now granted, I'm not saying they're gonna make no hardcore deep run, but I think they'll at least scratch a play in. Like it's definitely going to be a regression year, but I think Indiana still has sneak in play in potential. I don't think Halliburton's going to return this season. I think someone else from Achilles tear will return this season. Hence, I have him at 5. But I think Indy, I think Indy still has play in potential. I very much give
Where did you
play in
have
potential.
Charlotte again?
Charlotte is 13. I have no faith in Charlotte at all.
I can't get behind that.
No faith in
Respectfully.
Charlotte.
Listen, I only say this because this is just if, because you already know how it goes. If he stays healthy, he's going to at least make a play. And you know who I'm talking about. It's
I
just a fact,
I
bro.
I'm sorry. Nope. I don't have enough faith in LaMelo. I don't have
All
enough
right,
faith.
so you
Healthy, all 82 games. I
you
still don't
don't
think
have faith in LaMelo, but you think Pascal Siakam just gonna carry them?
I think he can get him
The
to a 10
10th.
seed. Here's the thing between because remember him, Nembart's are there, Matherin, like they got
Yeah,
the little
cool, cool,
committee. They
cool,
got the
cool.
committee.
Yes, they lost two of their main
Yeah,
players.
that's why they're not going to they're not going like far deep in the but they're gonna scratch the play in, mind you. Play in. I said 10th.
So you're
They're
talking
gonna
about a team who is technically coming back, and if everyone is healthy, you see, like, all right, I'm not saying that they're going to make a deep run in the playoffs either, but I think that we can switch those two spots for sure. That just doesn't make any sense to me, bro. You're talking
Really?
about a team who has their point guard right now, and if he stays healthy, he's going to play throughout the season. And you know, it's not like he's not. I don't even know how to really. I don't
I
even want to disrespect no one, but like he's not one of them. He's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like you get what I'm saying right now. You
I
know when
just
he's on the floor, he produces, and
yes,
he
but I
does for
don't
his
think
team.
he is a one man recruit. Pacers
No,
are
he
at least
doesn't.
a
I'm not saying he's
committee.
a one man thing. I'm saying I think he can at least get to a 10th seed. And listen, Nembhard is gonna have a great year. Mathurin's gonna have a great year. Toppin's gonna have a great year, and Siakam's gonna have a great year. I just don't think that they are going to pull through.
Wow, I figured I really when doing this thought the more controversial statement was going to be putting Atlanta in the play in when
Oh no
people
no
think
no
they're
no
gonna
no!
have a big jump of a year.
I think that they're gonna be in the play-in.
I thought that was
Porzingis got to
more.
stay healthy.
I thought that was be more
That's the number one
controversial.
thing. Porzingis has to stay healthy, and Trae Young has to not be put in the liability spot on defense. That's literally what it is. They have Dyson Daniels and Jalen Johnson, and what's the other dude's name?
Kungu,
Um,
right? Or no, am I
was
thinking
it
wrong?
Zach?
Oh, the rookie,
Yeah, yeah,
Rashire.
yeah,
I
yeah.
I
And I
can't
mean, I think
I
Okongwu's over
pronounced
there
that
too.
wrong.
So like, they got a solid team. Someone else was over there. Is it Terrence Mann or someone like that?
Yes, he did go in the trade too. That's
So
or
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. They got a solid roster. I'm loving it. It looks good on 2K. They're
Mm.
gonna be a playing team if we're just being honest. Unless they literally take that jump and everyone stays healthy, they're going to be a playing team, and I'm leaving them there. So I kind of agree with that one. Um, what else was I finna say, bro? I'm trying to think of what read the beginning of your list again. I like Boston at 5, but I don't know.
Yeah. Boston 5, Detroit 4, Orlando 3, Cleveland 2, New York 1.
I can't even be mad at that order. I can't. Who was 4? You said Detroit, so we would have to play Detroit first. I don't like that though. I really don't.
I
Because if I'm being honest, if a team is gonna make a deep playoff run, I think it's gonna be them this year.
so okay. Oh wait. Okay.
I'm not even gonna lie.
We're gonna touch on Detroit and Orlando in a second because when we
Yeah,
get
oh, it's
later,
it's them two. One of them
yep.
is
When we
gonna
get
be the
to our,
team that,
we'll
yeah.
go. We'll be right back to them, folks. Let's jump to the West real quick because I think this will have a little more controversy when it comes
Oh,
to the
we're gonna.
West.
I think we need to stay in the East for a second. We're gonna argue about the West. I already see it coming.
Nope.
We're going to argue about the West.
And the West. Nope. So let's start the argument because let's already start it. So here's 15. I went Portland.
Okay, I'm
14.
not mad at
I
that.
went Utah.
No, switch them. You're crazy. Drew Holiday is about to kill.
Sorry, Drew. I think they're gonna
You respect Keontae George and Laurie Marketed more?
just a little more, just a little more
Fair,
than
fair,
35-year-old Drew
fair.
Holiday.
Okay.
13. I have the Pelicans. 12. I have Phoenix. 11. I have Sacramento. 10. I have Memphis. 9. I have Dallas. 8. I have Golden State. 7. I got the Spurs. 6. I got Denver. 5, I got the Clippers. 4, the Lakers. 3, the Rockets. 2, Minnesota. 1, Oklahoma City.
Okay. So OKC 1, I agree. Minnesota 2, I agree. Who was 3?
Houston.
I can't even be mad at that. Houston 3, you said Lakers 4?
Yeah,
I can't be mad at that either. Who was 5?
Clippers. The Unction, as they call them. By the way, great nickname.
Who just went over there? I'm blanking right now.
Because you
It's
got
Bradley Beal, James Harden,
Kawhi,
Kawhi,
Brooke Lopez,
Brooke Lopez. Who else is on that team right now?
Chris Paul. My man CP. That's yes.
Mm, I love Chris Paul, but like he's would be 41, bro. 40. He's not Bron. It's not the same.
I know, but the dismissal was
No,
that
no.
hurt on the
His
inside.
IQ for the team is gonna help. I'm not saying it's not. He's not gonna produce nothing on the court for real, if we're being honest. Even if they make a
Ah,
deep run.
what?
Just cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out, please. I love Chris Paul. He is the point guard, but it just please let's relax. I still agree that I'm gonna be in that spot, but like relax. Who's after them? They were 5, right? Clippers
Yep,
5?
Denver 6,
Who's after Denver?
San Antonio 7.
Switch them.
Wow, you think Denver's gonna be a play-in team?
Yes. Who's on Denver right now?
Jokic. Nah, I admit
They got Bruce Brown back, right?
yeah, but I
Congratulations, because y'all should have never let him go.
it's gonna be
Respectfully.
it's going to be they're gonna drop.
Unless Jamal Murray starts playing like
He does in the
2016,
playoffs.
2017 Curry is just gonna be clipped for them if we being real. Jokic is gonna get his. He's gonna do the same thing. But if I'm being honest, what place did you have the Sixers in?
I had him in ninth.
Yeah, it's gonna be something like that. It's just Embiid and Jokic. I'm not saying they're the same player, so don't even, because they not even close. But if we're talking about dominant big men in today's league
It's really
and
them
a team
too.
that's gonna play through them, it's them. The only other one we can say is Cat. He's just on the team with Brunson, so it's not working like that.
Yeah.
Respectfully, AD is another one you can say, but he got to stay healthy, or we just not even gonna go there. Where did you have the Mavericks again, my boy? You had
Ninth.
them under the Warriors, right?
Yes.
Are you serious?
I will admit, eight, 9, and 10, I can understand going any which way.
Who's your 8, 9, and 10?
It was Golden
The
State,
Warriors.
Dallas, and then Memphis. 8, 9, 10. I can see them all flip flopping, shuffling,
And who was
but
11? Who was 11? Who was 11? Who was 11?
Sacramento,
Bump them. Who was 12?
Phoenix,
Bump them. Who was 13 again?
the Pelicans.
All right.
I'm
Here's where the wait. Here's where the argument starts. Here's where the argument starts. If, and this is a huge if, I mean like really
IF.
if. Yeah, like huge if they can stay healthy and keep their minds right, they are going to be a playing team. I love the Grizzlies. John Morant, probably my favorite point guard in the league right now. No cap. They need to figure it out over there. Either that or he needs to ask for a trade because there's nothing going on over there and it doesn't seem like anything is going to happen. Like, you know a perfect team that he should go to? The Rockets. I don't know who they would figure out for that, but him under Ime Udoka and playing with KD, if I'm just saying if now they will have to do something because you're not just gonna give up one player and then you just get John Morant all of a sudden. Like you're gonna have to do something,
No,
obviously.
you're
But
sweeping the
like
house.
if you keep Thompson, you keep KD obviously, and Steven Adams over there too, right?
Yeah.
And then who you
Sengun.
Sengun. Sengun, and then you want to keep Jabari. You want to keep Jabari and Tari, but you want to keep Jabari for sure. You keep definitely Thompson, Jabari, Sengun, KD, Adams, and then you add Ja to that. That's a little scary, especially because they don't have Van Vliet. Now, it's not going to work. They will have to trade
Yeah,
one of those players,
someone's
if we're being
getting
honest. Yeah.
someone's getting
If
coughed
not
up.
two. And then someone else and probably a pick to get Ja. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Jaren Jackson, I love him, but it's just not working over there. Evan Mobley is who Jaren Jackson thinks he is. No, and it's not even. I'm not even trying to disrespect him. Jaren Jackson is a great player. I respect him as a player. But last season he did not. He did not really. He did what he was supposed to in certain moments, but then it was just like. And then they got rid of Desmond Bain. Well, when Ja was down, who was carrying it? Let's be honest. So what are they doing over there? They pick up Zach Edey. You think they got a solid roster now, and then
Yes. Hence
so
them being at 10. But I'm
yeah, I don't know.
sorry.
I think they're gonna end up like 12, right outside of it, and then either Ja's gonna is his contract coming up? Either he gonna ask for a trade or he gonna sign somewhere else, respectfully,
Honestly,
unless they get someone like
Here's the thing with the job.
mm-hmm,
I respectfully, he is not gonna get the money he will get in Memphis anywhere else. And no one's gonna
no,
take the risk anywhere else. I genuinely think Ja is kinda in Memphis for life, with all due respect.
I don't think so, and I only say this because he's gonna have to make a choice. Do you want to go down the Bradley Beal route, the Dame route? Technically, you can even say the Devin Booker route. Do you want to go down that route? Like,
No.
because think about like yes, you can say you the top dog and whatever, but like if you can't even get to the conference finals, bro, what Embiid?
Respectfully, nah, I mean, look,
I mean, he got there and then did what? His closest shot. His closest shot was taken from Kawhi, and he has not seen a lick of it since. So you know what I'm saying? Like he just,
With all due respect, I guess he's got this. He's on per NBA the contract things you can look at the website. He's got 2 years after this one. I just feel like he's stuck there though, unless he because like who's gonna take the risk in that contract on him, especially with
I
all the
mean, all right,
apron
listen,
stuff. Like, come on,
you could, yeah, no, I hear that the apron
he's
does
there.
mess it up a lot. I don't think he's gonna stay there though. He's gonna go somewhere. I mean, like, all right, another team, Milwaukee. Him and Giannis teaming up together. If they actually get solid pieces around it, now the problem is both of them just attack the hoop too much.
Oh well, also Milwaukee's in financial purgatory. They owe Damian
Oh
Lillard
no, no, no!
15
I'm
mil.
not saying the period's gonna happen. I'm just thinking of like if they was to team up. I'm just saying in general. Giannis' contract gonna come up soon. Am I bugging? Or did he just resign? Nah, he
No,
got a year
no,
left.
no. He's another one where it's gonna get real crazy real soon.
So
I
you know what I'm
just,
saying? I mean, think about it. All right, with all the apron stuff, a team like the Nets or Utah, someone who don't have as much, and you know what I'm saying, you let go of one, two players, now you have the opportunity to sign both of them technically. They would probably have to take a cut or two on a year or something, but like, you know what I'm saying?
I, I understand what you're saying. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I also we're talking 2 years between the contract. At this point, it's a
I'm
trade,
just
and I
no,
just
I'm
don't.
saying in the way they could team up because Memphis isn't going nowhere. That was your 10.
I think
They're
that's
gonna be
their.
like 12.
No, I think they have enough to still get that far and be a play-in team. But like that's the peak of what's gonna happen. With all due
The
respect,
thing is, Ja has to stay healthy and he can't do it by himself. So who's helping?
Did Jaren Jackson just die?
No, but I'm
Holy
saying
mackerel!
in times when
Golly!
in times that they needed him the most, what has he done?
Yeah, we're talking play-in. They made the playoffs last year. No, am I mistaken? Or they made the play-in last year? No, right?
And did they get to the playoffs actually? No, yeah, they did, I think.
Yeah,
They
they
got
got to the eighth
smacked by
seed.
OKC.
They got tagged around, but that's about the peak of their powers. I mean, when it matters most, come playoff time, I'm not betting on Memphis at all. Dear
But I'm
God, no.
saying
But
they got there and had their team almost. Am I bugging?
I mean, they almost had a game, and then John got hurt, and that was just him getting bridged. Like that was crazy.
And then what happened after that?
Yeah, they fell
That's my
apart.
point though.
But once again, you're talking about in the playoffs. I'm just saying they're gonna make the play in. I'm not acting like once again we're talking
I'm
10th
saying I
seed.
don't think they're making the play, and that's what I'm saying.
But like, see, you're talking about when it matters most. Right now, we're talking the regular season. We're talking 82 games. Everybody taking a little rest and what is it called? The little leave mess. What loan management? Like, come on, let's come out. Like, what are we doing? Like,
We're
we're not
talking
talking.
about basketball, bro. What are you
Yes,
talking
but
about?
you're acting like I'm asking them to win 50 games. Like they
No, I'm
literally.
telling you, you're saying you're thinking they're gonna make the play, and that's the peak of their thing. I'm saying I don't even think they're making the play in.
You don't think they can win 35 games?
I mean, they should, but all they need is Ja to get injured, and they're back to square one, and they don't have a Desmond Bain to help. There's no second option right now who's gonna go off and just drop 30 because they need someone to step up. Jaren Jackson will give you that 2 nights of the 82 games. Like, let's be honest, bro.
You really don't think the Grizzlies could win with
Who
this
else is on their
roster
team besides them
at
two and
best
Zach Edey?
35 games?
Who else is on that team, bro?
I understand they're fractured, but 35? You don't think
I'm
Ja
asking,
and Jaren Jackson
bro. People,
35?
DJ, you don't understand that they was making fun of them for being a almost G League team with Jaren
Look,
Jackson running it,
as I said,
bro. Like, you
it's
understand what I'm talking
looking,
about?
yes, it's looking ugly, but I still think I still have more faith in the Grizzlies than I do the New Orleans Pelicans.
I mean, that's real. I ain't. That's fine.
That's just me.
Cause that's why I said it's a huge if. I don't got no faith in them either. I'm just saying if. It's a what if. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
well,
saying?
I got no faith in that
Um,
bonfire between old Mr. Glass and I respect Jordan Poole. He's a bucket, but I just no. I have no faith in them. Not a lick of faith in the Pelicans. I'm
I mean,
sorry.
you forgetting about Murray when he come back from mid injury. That's gonna be a little different too.
I mean, Dejounte. I would argue he's the one piece of that team that I have minimal faith in. But Dejounte by himself is not doing jack squidoosh.
I mean, obviously, yeah.
Hence why I say.
Um,
But speaking of the Pelicans, I'd argue in looking at how people go about these teams, I'd argue they are like the most overrated team from what I've heard people thinking they're going to take a jump. I'd argue Pelicans are up there for crazy overrated. I'd argue I heard Atlanta getting mentioned way too high too many times.
How I?
I saw one, someone said they were going to be the fourth seed. I said no,
They need to calm down.
no. Now I know this is throughout the waves of the internet, so but still, I feel like if we're going like biggest overrated team, if we're going like true overrated team, and we're gonna go like who's someone they're giving too much credit to that's actually gonna be contending, not just teams I feel like are getting hyped up too much to make a jump. I think personally, I think the Houston Rockets have been like the most overrated team in my opinion right now. I
Mm.
think they're gonna get a third seed. I think they're gonna have a decent season and take one extra little step, like they would have did if they didn't make that trade anyway. I think they're gonna make the second round at best. But I've heard finals contention, and I'm like, no.
They're not being they're not being Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves, and they're not being OKC. We're just gonna call it what it is. So they're not going to they could possibly get to the conference finals. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yep.
But they're not if they beat one of those teams, they're not beating both. That because that's just crazy,
Yeah. I
respectfully.
I
I
just don't
love
see it.
KD. I love KD. Amen Thompson is coming into who he is. Sengun is definitely coming into who he is as well. That team is solid. Losing Van Vliet with that chemistry killed that. I'm not gonna lie. Having him and listen, I'm not even saying Van Vliet is that much of a difference maker, but having that vet and he already has the experience. We can't sit here and act like now. All right, yes, it was Kawhi leading it, but like now you got KD. We can't act like Fred VanVleet wasn't there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's the same respect they be giving to Kyle Lowry. Respectfully,
Yeah.
he was there. He has the IQ. He knows what it takes to get it done.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it would have translated, but it's possible.
Yeah.
No cap. The problem with that is if they would have faced OKC, OKC also knows what it takes. They know exactly what it needs to take. And the thing about OKC is that team is going to stay together for probably the next 3 years, if we're being honest.
Like before it gets, I think we already talked about this with the
Yeah.
aprons and whatnot. It's gonna get ugly, but they basically have
They
what
they
is
like
they
they
have a
did exactly
window.
what they were supposed to.
They
Yeah.
have a window, and they have a window for like the next like 3 to 4 years. I'd argue before all these contracts, these extensions
Is it
kick
really
in,
gonna be
and
4 years? If it's 4 years, bro, they might have the chance to actually like make some noise. I'm not gonna say three-peat. I'm not gonna say back to back, but like I'm saying like definitely make the finals at least three
yeah,
times within this
well,
span and
well, yeah.
like
Also,
at
I
least win one more
I
at
mean,
least.
I'd always argue with most championship windows. Once you get one, it's considered a success because you did the thing. Now, granted, if
I
you're
mean, yeah,
going
duh.
greatest dynasty, blah blah blah, you know what I mean, that's a conversation. But I think at this point for them, they've already done it once, so the pressure the pressure's off. I mean, I
The pressure's not on them like it was on Boston,
well, that's the
which
thing.
it's just annoying.
Well, yeah, that's a whole other can of
But we ain't finna
worms.
get into that today.
Yeah, but for OKC, like you did it, the monkey's off your back. At this point, you're just trying to double up and triple up if possible. But I don't think they're gonna go back to back. Personally, I think someone's gonna get in the way just with the parity of they've had a different champion every year in the last couple of years.
I
Like
don't know who.
the last back to back was Golden State. So I
Yeah,
just think
I
by
mean we know what
parity,
it was. Yeah,
yeah, I just think by the league parity, it's gonna be somebody different. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, but like Houston, I think is my most overrated team. Philly, I feel like it's in that same overrated box, but it's just because
I
like
don't think
I
they're
don't.
overrated. I think they're rated exactly where they need to be, if not less. Like,
Yeah,
and unless that whole team is healthy, bro, they're not going
but
nowhere.
that's why I'm like at this
And the
point.
thing is, their ceiling is so high because of the talent that they have on that team.
But it's not
Like,
gonna happen.
bro, like let's just be real for a second. And I'm thinking, I'm not gonna say 2K, but like in the video game world, if everything goes perfect, you got Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, off rip. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. With his quickness and his dominance is just crazy. Just off rip.
Yeah,
Now they got to stay healthy. Jared McCain, if he's healthy. VJ Escombs, if he's healthy. Paul George, if he's healthy. Quentin Grimes, if he's healthy. Like this is the problem with that team is they need to stay healthy. If they're not healthy, they end up like the Grizzlies on that G League thing. I mean, they were what almost the last seed in the East last year because they couldn't stay healthy.
it was ugly.
Like,
It
you know what
was
I'm
ugly.
saying? So, if they're healthy, great. Their talent is crazy over there. Like, if I'm being honest, they have the potential to be a third seed in the East if they are healthy.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
But I don't think they're gonna stay healthy. Even
Yeah.
honestly, no cap, they can stay healthy. I don't think they're gonna come together like that because they don't know what to do when everyone's on the floor. That's how bad it is.
Like here,
Like they don't. They'll listen. All the guards that's on that team, and then you add Paul George and MB to that. Let's go. Come on, they're not taking a back seat, bro.
with all due respect,
They're not. They're not. You think they just come off this injury and they're coming back? You think they're gonna take a back seat just because they're not
literally,
taking the back seat?
hear me out. Hear me out. Everybody healthy. Everybody plays 82 games. I still don't think Philly at best is making the 6th seed.
That's. I say fifth at least.
I don't see it.
But
I
I
don't.
get you. I feel
But
you.
that's just me. But I will admit, for this Eastern Conference, if there was ever a year for them to come together and figure it out, this
Oh
is
my
the
goodness.
year.
Honestly, I say that for them. I say that for the Knicks. I say that for you can even say the Heat. You could say the freaking the Bucks. You could
You're
say
missing somebody.
who?
Cleveland. I'd argue the 3 teams that need to win this East the most this year.
Cleveland's window
New
is
York?
this year, literally.
Literally,
it's this year because
I would
their
argue.
contracts are done next year if we're not bugging, right?
I
Someone's leaving, and that's it's gonna
Look.
throw the whole thing up. So their window is this year, and if I'm being honest, I don't see them beating the Knicks. And you want
Once
to know
again.
why? Just because of the core. No cap, just because of the core.
I put it like this. There are 3 teams that, if we're going on who needs to win the East the most, I'd argue New York is first. I'd argue Philly is 2nd. I'd
Mhm.
argue Cleveland is 3rd. New
Yeah.
York, you've now at this point, you've gotten tagged twice now by Tyrese Halliburton. He is now out your way. You have at this point, like this is the Celtics are
And like, all right,
their
listen,
flags at
I was about to
half-mast.
say, as much as we want to say Jason Tatum's coming back, we don't want him to rush.
We don't know what's gonna happen. The
You know
Celtics
what
are
I'm
the
saying?
Celtics are the biggest wild card in the air
Because they have the
East.
potential to be literally either 15 or 1.
No, like the Celtics
they
have,
could be anywhere in
the
this thing
Celtics
this
have
year.
the most wild card potential, full
It's
blown
insane, bro.
most wild card potential. But like we don't know what they're gonna be.
That's another thing we gotta talk about when we go to the awards. All right, because you already know
yeah.
how I'm finna
Yeah,
get.
we're gonna get there in a second.
Because
But-
listen, I'm finna say a crazy take when we get to that.
Oh, I know.
I don't even
know.
think you know. I don't think you
no.
know.
It's gonna get wild. But I'd argue we don't know what Boston's gonna be.
Nope.
Indiana is kind of out of the running. Milwaukee is in shambles. Giannis already got his. So at this point, like I said, Giannis technically can kind of fall apart, and no one's really gonna like. In all reality, I think we said like if we're doing all-time power forwards, Giannis just got to keep racking up All-Star and All NBA appearances, and he's just helping his case to get everywhere right behind Tim Duncan.
Yeah, that's facts.
Like it's just the reality. Like he's kind of out the way. So now you really have an East where it's like for New York, you have nobody truly in your way right now.
And all of them want it.
Like no one in your way. None of y'all really even sniffed the finals. This is literally your year. Like if you mess it up this year, like I'd argue the pressure's most on them in the East because they have to do it.
Them in the Cavs.
I'd argue Philly because for
this is
Philly,
the years.
I'd argue Philly has some rough things too because once again, especially if they actually play all 82 games healthy, if they're healthy, the
but
pressure's
MB's still gonna be on like a minute restriction, or you can't play back to backs or something stupid like that.
But
They're
like if
they're
he
not
gets
going
through the season and plays, if he can get through the season, him and Paul George and all of them can get through the season and play more than 60 games, the pressure's on you guys because like once again, similar to New York.
That's
you
exactly
have
when one of them is
no-
gonna get injured if they make it through. If we're being honest,
I mean,
God
fair.
forbid. I don't wish injuries on nobody. I want everyone to play a long, healthy season, respectfully.
But let's call it like it is.
But like, they just can't stay healthy, and when they do, it's always just the last minute when this is your window. Oh, here it's gonna shut because you guys just they just I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah.
It's annoying though. Like, it sucks because I've been watching Tyrese Maxey since baggage claim. You know what I'm saying? Embiid when he really first picked up a basketball, traveling on ball his life. You know what I'm saying? Paul George, one of the smoothest players to ever really do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want them as a fan of the game. I want them to be able to get that and add that to their resumes.
You know,
It's not gonna happen.
it's not happening.
It's not.
It's not happening. It's just
I
it's
feel the
plain
same
not
way
happening.
with New York. The thing is, I just don't want New York to win because it's just New York. But
Well,
like
yeah, as kids from
Brunson,
Massachusetts, dear God,
OG, Mikal Bridges,
Hart,
Cat, Hart, like I want them to, to
they
at
even got
least
the
sniff
French
it.
kid.
At least sniff that. You know what I'm saying? Get there.
Yeah,
They not doing that though, respectfully. This is their year too, and I don't think they're doing it.
like literally, like, if any,
You know,
like I
I think
said,
they're gonna lose to someone like Detroit
you know something, I can
or
see it.
like Orlando.
I can see
A
it.
team who like really can just get it, and they're gonna go and lose to someone in the West that already got it
I
because they just don't know what it is.
and
Literally,
I,
that's what I think is gonna happen.
yeah, I mean,
Like, all right, I'm just saying, like, if Jason Tatum comes back and he's 100%, call it what it is, the
post
Celtics
All-Star
going back to
break.
the finals. You know what I'm saying? The Celtics going back to the finals. I'm not even really trying to do the da 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 da, and people are gonna laugh or whatever because they know I'm a Celtics fan. I don't care. I honestly think if Jason Tatum does come back and he's 100%, the Celtics are going back to the finals.
Well, at this
But
point, we have all all the ammos there.
no, I know. You know what I'm saying? Like all of it, literally. But if we're being realistic and he either comes back too late and he's not fully there, or whatever the case may be, he could wait till next season, whatever. Um, yeah, this could be Detroit or Orlando's year to get there.
I mean,
I
I'd
don't think
argue,
they're going to win because they're going to be so young and not know what it is for real. But if those teams stay healthy,
yeah.
now this right here, this is why I think that they're going to be a playing team, and I just see this as a story for some reason. This is probably going to switch over to our awards in a second, but
Yeah,
Giannis MVP
really.
at like a ninth seed
What?
going to the finals. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I see Giannis going on a freaking rampage, but just not being enough to pull them
So,
through certain games. But when he
wait a
gets to the,
minute.
yeah, bro, I'm hip. It sounds crazy, but like, yeah,
So
bro,
you're telling me, ladies and gentlemen, since 2000, turn of the century, only two MVPs have not been a top three seed.
yeah,
You're telling me you think the Bucks will be a play-in team? Giannis will drag them from the play-in to the finals and win MVP.
yes. I'm not saying they're gonna win the finals, but I think that he could drag them. Like, bro, because all right, and this is crazy. This is crazy. Giannis can do the same thing Jokic can do. A little bit less IQ. He can do the same exact thing. Obviously not shoot as well, but like he's as dominant. The team runs through him. If we're being honest, there's no real way to stop him, especially now that he's developing a shot, right? We seen what he was doing last year. I'm not saying he was a triple double king, but we seen what he was doing last year, and they were trash. At the point that he is in right now, I can see him just absolutely going berserk, and they have no chance but to give it to him. Because if you look at everyone else's numbers, it would be like Wilt Chamberlain compared to everyone else. Because it's like, bro, we have to give it to him.
So you're pretty much
But
saying
I just
Giannis.
think they're just gonna lose a lot of
So
games.
you think Giannis is gonna have his Westbrook triple double year? Like he's just gonna one man wrecking
Almost,
crew.
basically, yeah. Like he's just gonna go in and just start going mayhem and like
Wow, that's a
just at
take.
least get there. No, it is a crazy take. I'm
That's
not
a
gonna
take and a
lie.
half. That's a
But
take
like,
and a
all right,
half.
just think about it. If there's a year for him to do it,
This is the
his kryptonite, and I'm not even trying to be that guy, but his kryptonite is the Celtics.
and Tyrese Halliburton. They're both gone.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and then like, I love Damian Lillard, but having him and Chris Middleton on the team, you had to put the ball in someone else's hands sometimes. Now, Giannis could just be like, "Give me it." Who's gonna say no? I dare you. Yeah, because they're not gonna trade Giannis. So guess what? You're gone.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's the pool situation. Go ahead and start a
Unless
fight.
unless they literally trade Giannis, and I don't think they're gonna do that because no one wants to take that contract either, unless you're the Warriors, respectfully.
Or New York, and you're just desperate to win. I've
All
heard
right, but
that
if you're
one.
New York, who are you getting rid of? You're
The New
you're getting
York.
rid of at least two of your starters and a
I
bench player
mean,
to get Giannis.
New York is
That's
going to
stupid.
do. New York's going to do what Milwaukee did couple years before. You sacrifice your whole core and something you had good going in efforts of trying to win now, and you're just gonna risk it all, and then it's not gonna pay
It's
off.
not going to work because even if you put Brunson and Giannis together, which is probably the two most dominant players in the East right now, besides Jalen Brown and Derek White and Jason Tatum, you know what I'm saying? Like they're there, but I just don't think it's gonna happen, respectfully.
Wow. All right. I thought my take for MVP was going to be the
No,
most
no, no.
insane one of the
I don't
day.
think like all right. That was just a crazy take. MVP is gonna be Luka Doncic.
Okay. So you have the two. You have the insane hot take being
Yes, the insane is gonna be Giannis, but like
the
if we're
more
just being
normal,
honest, either they don't want to give Jokic another one right away because that puts him at a standard that is like, bro,
ridiculous.
you know what I'm saying? Either Shy's gonna get back to back, or it's gonna be Luka. It's just one or the other. I feel like because
Okay.
Luka hasn't got one, and I feel like he deserved one at least in the past, at least,
He's yeah,
at least.
it's the he's due argument. I will admit, I unfortunately think Luka will go down like a Dwayne Wade, where it's just like really good, super great all time, and you're gonna look back and be like, wait, he didn't win one? Like it's gonna be one of those with Luka.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
hear you.
personally. I personally feel like that, or it's gonna be the Kobe situation where you look back and realize he only got one, and you're like, how did that even happen? It's gonna be
I'll
one
be
of
feeling
those.
like that about Braun sometimes, but then there's certain years you look at it and it's like you can't just give it to them every year. But then
And
like then you
I
look at someone like Jokic. I respect his game, but does he even deserve that many right
I
now?
personally feel like Jokic got he they force fed him the first two.
Because like, all right, let's be real. He got him because of what he was averaging triple double or close to it or whatever it was.
Yeah, but like there's a couple like
Westbrook
one,
averaged a triple double for 4 years, only got one.
but once
So
again,
like, you know what I'm saying?
there's a part of that that's also a very much deeper part in American history for
Oh man,
and just for why I believe he's got force fed a couple. But we're not going to touch that today,
yeah, I'm
and
just let that rock.
we're going to let that one go. But
Yeah,
I do personally feel like,
the reason why Steve Nash got two,
hmm
but we're gonna shut up.
once again, we're not
Next
going to.
topic, next topic, next
Yep, we
topic.
won't touch that. We won't touch that. But I believe he was force fed the first two when he should have technically probably won some of the last ones. Like, but now it's
hmm
weird because you've given him so many that what are you gonna give him? You're gonna have him up there five, six MVPs with one championship. It just looks bad on paper.
It looks crazy.
It looks bad on
It's
paper.
like
Like
the opposite of Wilt Chamberlain in a way.
no,
You know what I'm saying?
it's kind of the same as Wilt, honestly, if you think
How
about
many
it.
does Wilt have? Whoa, got like, am
Wilt
I
got
bugging? I thought he had
four.
like eight. Oh, he has four,
Wilt
bro.
got four. No, no one's got eight. You're mixing numbers there. I know what you're thinking of, but you're thinking because
Never mind.
yeah, you're thinking eight. You're thinking eight in a row with Bill. You're in the wrong spot. MVPs. No one's got more than I think six is the I think six is the thing. If I'm not mistaken, top of my head, I think Kareem with six is the yeah Kareem six, Jordan
And yeah,
five,
what? Jokic got
Russell
three right
five.
now.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I pulled it up. So yeah, Kareem six, Jordan five, Russell five, Braun and Wilt four, Jokic, Bird, Magic, Moses Malone three. I
That's
don't know how I
crazy.
feel about that. Moses Malone has the weird exception in my mind when it comes to the how do you get it because he really got it in that weird gap where Kareem already had six and Bird and Magic didn't pop up. So he kind of like in a weird little gap was like the one person kind of producing. So I can kind of
hmm
respect his a little more, even though he's right in that same one championship weird
Right.
territory. So I'm
hmm
just like, let's not have I not again. But I firmly believe, if not for anything else. I feel like they can't give it to Jokic and give him four because, like you said, you put him up there with Braun and Wilt, and now
That's just
it's legit.
not
Like,
yet. If he's gonna get it, not yet.
yeah, we got
But then again, how old is he?
he's in his 30s. I think he's past the 30-year-old season. So we're already talking. Like we're already talking.
If he had two rings, give him another one. I'll be like, fine. He
Yeah,
doesn't
but
have
the
another ring,
one
and if we're being honest, I don't think he's
I
winning another one. You can't give him another one.
no, I
Three
just
MVPs and another in the ring. He's smooth. He'll be all right.
yeah no, like man's
Okay.
30. It's not gonna work. So my MVP take and kind of to the I'm gonna go a hot take one, but still within the parameters, and then a regular one. So, like I said,
hmm
within the parameters, since 2000, only two MVPs have been outside the top three. Jokic
Yep.
1 year when he was sixth, and then Westbrook 1 year when he was sixth. So to me, I'm just gonna assume it's a top three seed. Now, if we remember at the beginning of the video, folks, when I gave my standings predictions, My more hot take, while to the eras of the Giannis's for Isaac, I'm gonna throw my hat and really throw into the resurgence of the Orlando Magic. And my hot
I
take
knew you was gonna say
MVP
that.
is Paulo Banchero. I think, okay,
Mhm.
not even lying,
I
hot
love
take.
his game. I love the way he's coming up. Not yet.
I said that's my extreme hot take. Like if we're throwing one to the moon,
I just think it's too hot only because he just came off an injury. For him to come back and just win MVP. Like, don't get me wrong, the way he was hooping before was crazy. And we was finna see something if he didn't get injured. But we got to see how he plays first before we call that out.
like I said,
Them as a
extreme.
team is going to be smooth because they added great pieces to it as well. I don't think that he has the pull for himself to be, because you got to think, bro. You got to think to be MVP on a team like that, they would have to be the number one seed, respectfully. Because just look at Shaw. If he's doing MVP stuff with the rest of that team, they got to be the number one seed, and I don't think that they're going to do that. I think they're going to be number three, and he's going to have a great year. I just don't think it's there yet.
Like I
I
said,
love it though. I do love it.
100% extreme. We're doing like a percentage
Yeah,
hot take. 100% extreme. Paulo.
yeah,
I do realistically think in the extreme takes, I do believe Paulo will be All NBA first team this year and be an All Star
yes,
starter.
yes,
That is
yes.
my
No, I can agree
I
with that.
that's my legit take.
Yes.
Extreme hot take. I'm pushing the MVP,
Hmm.
but bare minimum All Star starter, All NBA first team for Paulo. Now,
I got another take for All Star starter, real
now,
quick.
wait. Let me now
Okay, okay,
the
go
more
ahead.
realistic MVP because we can go in All Star starters in a second. Realistic
Hmm.
MVP. I think my realistic MVP, uh, it's it's going to be and literally unless it's the voter fatigue and they're like don't give him back to backs, it's gonna be Shea.
Yeah,
That team is shoot in to go win freaking 65 games, maybe even 70, and really sneak up
yeah.
on that record. Let's just
No
keep it a
cap,
buck.
nah, for real.
It's gonna be Shea. But All Star starters now. If we're way too soon, way too early, where are you thinking? Because
You already know what I'm thinking,
I have
bro.
a couple I have a couple hot
You
ones.
know, but you know mainly what I'm thinking right now.
I just want to hear you say it.
All right, so there's two people that I want to put on this list. The first one being Cade Cunningham. Okay,
Hmm.
am I bugging? He wasn't there last year, right?
He
Or did
wasn't
he make
all.
it? He was an all star. He
I
didn't
think
make
he
the
was a
starter.
reserve. I think he was a reserve
Okay, I
or a
think he's going to be a
replacement.
starter this year,
I agree.
right? But if not him, and this is where it gets a little heavy, Derek White.
I think Derek White's gonna be reserve,
Mm.
but he's gonna be an all star. I believe.
Now, all right, I can see him being a reserve for sure, but I can see him being a starter. You want to know something even crazier? This is gonna be a crazy take. I love Jalen Brown. I can see Derek White becoming the second option fully when Jason Tatum comes back on this team. No cap. Now, listen, Jalen Brown is probably going to be the second option regardless, right? But like right now, the way this team is looking, and I love the Celtics' favorite team of all time. I can see Derek White being the number one option right now,
Crazy work.
and I can see Anthony Simons being number two.
All right. See, and this
Like,
is
you know what I'm
where
saying?
now.
It's a hot take, but like I could see any given night, Pritchard, Simons, White, or Brown could just be like, I want to be number one option today, and it could literally be any one of them.
Now I agree. Now, when it comes to all star starters, I don't
Mhm.
think White will start because I think it'll be Caden Brunson. That just seems obvious. White will be
That's
reserved.
fair.
That's
That's fair.
guards. White will be
Right.
reserved. I think White will be reserved with Mitchell, probably Lamelo. Even though I don't think they're gonna do well, it's Lamelo.
Yeah, he definitely.
Now, on the forwards, I'm gonna disagree with you, and I also believe in my All NBA first team with Paulo. I think this is gonna be the year of Jalen Brown.
Oh yeah, he's never been a starter.
No, JB's only been a reserve. JB's missed a couple All Stars. Like I think that
I
that
know
helps.
you missed a couple, but I thought one year he was a starter the same year Jason Tatum was.
Nope,
He was a reserve.
he was a reserve.
Never mind. I have to take that back. They can't give Derek White one before JB. That's
Not
like
not an
crazy.
All Star starter. And if he, yeah, no, because you got to think, especially those years when they had, because you got to think Giannis has done it every year in the last
Hmm.
five. I'm pretty sure before Durant went out west, he was there.
Yep, he was there.
Tatum, yeah, Cat this year. Brown's never. If anything, Brown might have did it as a guard, but I don't think I'll double check that right quick. But I don't think he was an All-Star starter. So I have him. I think he'll be All NBA first team. I think this is gonna legit be the Jalen Brown year, and
All
literally
right, so that
give
was
or
the
take.
other that was the other crazy MVP take was they get to the third seed and he actually gets his.
I don't think he's gonna get to the third team, but this is going to be the like
No,
he.
not third team, third seed. They get to the third seed and he gets
No, I don't
MVP.
think I don't think Jalen Brown's gonna get to the third seed. I think Jalen Brown at best 4 seed potential, but I think he'll get All NBA first team because I think he will be like I think the carry job will kind of almost to your LaMelo point. I think it'll be so good, or the
Yeah,
Giannis point, they will respect it and give him the All NBA first team. But
fair.
I don't think that they're gonna no
That's real. That's real.
respectfully. I just don't think so. But then also to round out your All Star starters, if I'm going, like I said, it's going to be Brunson, Cunningham,
Yeah,
Brown, Paulo, and obviously Giannis. Like
yeah.
that's just obvious. Like I'm not even gonna think twice on
Mitchell
that
might
one.
be over one of them though. Probably over Cade if he does what he's supposed to. We're
I
being honest, that team's supposed to be a number one seed. They don't show up when it's needed most, I feel like.
I will give you that.
But I
I'll
don't
give you
know.
that. But yeah. But that is most of my hot takes. Defensive player of the year, I think it's kind of obvious, and it's going to be Victor Wembanyama. Like I don't
Yeah,
think that's
if it's
much of a
anyone else, they need to
Wemby doesn't
throw
play
the whole league
65
away.
games.
No, like yeah, literally.
Wemby
Cause
doesn't
all right,
play.
let's be honest. The year Rudy won it, I think that he should have won it, even though it was his rookie year. I'm just being honest.
Hmm.
Last year, if he didn't get injured, he would have won it. But because he got injured, they didn't give it to him. And I think his defensive rating was still better than Evan Mobley's.
No, literally, he didn't play 65 games. He didn't meet the quota. Like that's why he didn't win it.
No, yeah, like his defensive rating was still better. He just didn't play the 65 games. So this year, as long as he plays the 65, I don't think they have an excuse. I think the reason why they didn't give it to him those years was one, the 65, and then the
And
other
then the
one
rookie.
was because he was a rookie,
Yeah,
literally.
like this, literally, like he's been null and void for other voting reasons, not because
Yeah,
he is not good enough. That's why I'm like,
yeah,
I think it's safe to say it's gonna be him.
so yeah, he's winning defensive player of the year.
Rookie of the year, I think it's Coop. I don't think it's much debate, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's definitely Coop.
I mean,
If
respectfully,
honestly,
it's gonna be him.
if it's not Coop, it's Harper. Only
Yeah,
because of that streak. They're gonna come together. They're all young. They're gonna hoop together. If it's not Coop, it's him. Respectfully,
yeah. Like it's not much conversation
yeah,
there.
but it's gonna be cool. I don't see it being anyone else if I'm being honest, just because if you actually watch the way Coop plays, nothing has changed, and it's like he don't care who's in front of him.
No,
He's playing them like he was playing people in
I mean,
college, and
come
like
on.
he was in high school before. Like he's just evolving his game and just keeps getting better. He's not changing nothing.
Like, there's no
Literally,
conversation
it's
here.
yeah, bro. And if I'm being honest, he's only getting bigger and stronger. It looked like he got a little taller, probably a little faster. I'm just saying based off what I'm looking at. I don't know. I haven't looked any of this up, but like
Yeah, but in a sense, his preseason is giving you that he's translated well.
yeah, bro. Like it was just how easy it was looking like it was for him to
It was
just be out there.
preseason, so that does
Yeah, I
count for
understand that,
something.
but
But I
like
I agree with you. It does look like a very one to one.
yeah, I
That's
mean,
why I'm
all
like, it's
right.
got to be
So
him.
here's the other thing too, is why I don't even want to say it's just preseason. We saw him scrimmage that USA team.
I know. Hence why it's
Before he even played in was he did he play in college yet? No, right?
no.
Like
He only played 1 year. It was last year at Duke. Yes, I will give you the no.
what?
I will give you the like. I don't think it's gonna be anybody else but Coop. Like it's
All
just
right, so like here's the other crazy take that I'm finna say. If Wemby isn't what they say he is going to be, it's going to go right to Cooper Flag.
yeah, yeah,
No cap.
yeah. The face
Because
of
like, all right, Wemby is the anomaly, I guess, the alien or whatever you want to call it. He is the 7'4" guard. You
yeah,
don't see that nowhere. The closest we saw was the 7 foot guard, KD. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Like so like but now you're getting a 6'9" guard who can do it all.
yeah. I
Does that
mean,
remind you of someone?
reminds me of a couple people.
All right, you feel me?
Yeah, I mean, like I
Like
said,
I can go down the list too.
yeah. There's a list of
We can
folks.
start at the bottom. I'll give you a Jimmy Butler first.
Whoa.
But not the he's not the bottom,
I
but I'm
know,
just
but
talking about the offensive bag list.
yes, I just
Because he got the dog, but I mean he's what, 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", around that height, small forward, can do it all. Paul George,
okay.
another one. Jason Tatum,
Thank you.
another one. LeBron.
All right, that's where I thought we were
You know
going.
what I'm saying? No, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't
I
think we were
just
gonna start with Butler. That was the whoa, because like I
I,
thought,
I was, I didn't want to say Ingram because that's more of the KD.
yes, he's the KD
You
disciple.
know what I'm saying? Tatum, you can put in either or.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. If also then I also went back in time, of course. 'Cause, you're thinking of tall guards. I thought of my man right here behind, wrong side. My man right here
I was about to
behind
say,
me.
who are you pointing at right now?
No, you know what it is? The camera's flipped, ladies and gentlemen. The camera's flipped on me, so I'm looking, thinking it. But yeah, I was gonna go to my man right
Thought you was
here.
pointing at KG. I was like,
I was like, yeah, that was bad.
huh?
And my man Penny.
No, that's facts though.
I was like, my
Yeah, for
man
what he was
Penny.
6'8".
I'm pretty sure he was. I think he was six. I think he was. Yeah, 6'8", 6'9", like just like
Yeah,
Magic. Same.
Magic.
Like
Yeah,
that's where I was thinking we were going with
right.
like
So
some
like
tall
that
guards,
height, he
but
can
just
do
now
it
you
all.
gave him all
And
the jump shots
here
because
here's
different era.
here's the thing that I've heard too. Kyrie being out for the beginning of the season. Guess
Yeah,
who's running point guard?
I know. Hence why I think it's gonna
That's
clearly.
scary
Yeah, it's clearly
because
gonna be him.
now you're even put in a position that he can run the point guard when Kyrie comes back. Now Kyrie, stay on the wing when we give you the ball.
Do you?
Everyone clear
Which
out.
is kind of where Kyrie did his best.
You feel me? Because Kyrie did his best when who was running the team?
LeBron.
All right, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So like you kind of see where it's going.
Yeah,
Obviously, we're not saying Cooper's gonna be LeBron, but like the way he
I
is
know. Whoa,
playing,
yeah.
yeah,
Whoa.
no, the way he is playing and the way his game
A little
can
soon.
pan out, you know what I'm saying? He has the potential to be the face of the league. I'm not gonna say Braun, I'm not gonna say the best of all time, but he has the potential to be the face of the league.
Yeah,
To be. I'm not saying he is,
yeah.
but yeah.
No,
Because right now, that spot starts off with Shea, Luca,
yeah,
Ant,
yeah,
Tatum, and then Wemby. Like that's that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And then right after that, I mean, like it's Coop. I don't see anyone else. I mean, you could say Hallie if you want. I don't think he got it though.
No, that's my dog. You know that, but
No,
no.
I'm hip. I'm hip. Same thing with Brunson. I don't think he got that either.
Yeah,
They don't have that like. I'm not gonna say personality because they have the personality, but it's just not. That's the reason why they don't give it to Tatum. He don't have
yeah. The personality.
that dog. Not the dog. I'm not even gonna say it because he has the dog. I can't say he don't.
It's the personality.
It's I guess it's a certain type of personality.
It's the personality.
All right, because if we're being honest, you know who I think is gonna be, and I'm just basing this off of just watching starting five. Shay.
It's a personality.
It's
It's
like
personality.
he's the people person. Everyone wants him to do well.
And then, if we want to go deeper, he's international. That plays a
Yeah,
part. With
you
all
know
due
what I'm
respect,
saying?
that plays a
That plays a
part.
huge part, and it's the same
Game's
thing for Luca.
global.
Same thing for Luca. Same thing for Wemby. International.
It's going
And
global
if they're gonna keep it to
in the
how they have
states.
before, that's who it's gonna be. Just because he has that Michael Jordan attitude, that Kobe attitude, that I don't care. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I mean,
But
once
it's
again,
like not
personality.
disrespectful. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Um,
I mean, he talked to Obama talking about I beat him 1-on-1. That was scary. I
yeah,
ain't gonna lie
like
though.
you
That
know
was
what I'm
wild.
saying? That's Ant. Jalen Brown has that. They just don't like Jalen Brown.
No,
That's you know what I'm saying?
well,
No. The
well,
players like Jalen Brown. The media doesn't like him.
and once again,
That's you know what I'm saying?
that's creeping down the path of another conversation that we just gonna not touch that at
Yeah,
all.
we're gonna leave that alone.
We gonna not touch that at all.
For
Like coming
sure.
other ones, but yeah,
Yeah,
nah, it's gonna be a wild season. I mean,
for sure.
that Giannis take, that was a choice. I'm not gonna cap.
It's a strong take.
That's
It's a
that's your
really
that's your
strong
100
take.
that's your 100% hot take. Like that's your takes, but they get hotter. That's your
Oh yeah,
100%
yeah, yeah,
hot take.
for sure.
Like
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
wild.
I knew when I thought about it, it was a hot take. You want to know when I thought about it?
When
3 o'clock in the morning last night.
yeah, that's how you know it was insane. Yeah,
But I'm like, I'm just
that was
sitting
your
there and
first
I'm
sign.
like, bro, like,
That was your first sign.
because it's just a whole bunch of what ifs, and it's like the way the league has been going recently, where it's like, oh, we're having this prediction, and then we see what happens. Besides OKC winning last year, You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, let's be granted. We didn't think they were actually gonna just win like that, but like, it wasn't surprising that they won.
Yeah.
But like, here's another strong take. Tyrese Halliburton doesn't get injured. I think Indiana wins, and I'm
Thank
this is
you.
this is why I say this.
Thank you.
Solely reason why I say this. Shea is a great defender, but they were torching him
Once again,
at
with all due
finals, bro.
respect, I've already said it. They win that game. Tyrese Halliburton becomes the greatest pacer of all time.
No, yeah, facts that he did
That's
what
what
Reggie Miller
happened.
couldn't do.
With
No
all due
cap.
respect, and I
Yeah,
argue right now, and hence especially if he does get the back to back, like I assume it's going to probably happen. I'd argue Shea is the greatest Thunder of all time right now.
yes. If he gets back to back, yes, you can't even argue that.
I
The
think
fact that honestly, all right, listen, I love KD, I love Westbrook, but to really argue it now, sometimes it's kind of hard
I say
because
he
like
has it
yes,
now.
we can't forget what they did there, and like and even I was just watching Starting Five when they was talking about that Thunder thing with James Harden, Westbrook and KD. They didn't get broken up like we thought. We thought James Harden wanted to leave. That's not how it happened.
No, James Harden was just trying to get paid, and they were
He
like,
just wanted
no.
to get paid, and it wasn't even like he was asking for a whole bunch more. He was asking for $2 million more than what it was.
Yeah, the
Now,
luxury
all right,
tax.
like whatever we could, we could say whatever, but like he wasn't asking for a whole bunch. They acting like they couldn't have gave that to him.
No,
They traded him and got Kevin Martin.
the worst decision in their franchise history. Simple as that. But like I said, if I think he has it now, but if he wins back to back, it's undisputed. Like there's no arguments. He's
Yeah,
their
it's
greatest franchise player.
because sometimes it's hard to say that just because what they did. Granted,
The
the way
conversation
everything
ends.
happened and all that, yes, but like what they did there, it's you can still argue it sometimes. I feel like
Yeah,
depending
but
on who
like
you're talking
he
to.
goes back to back, conversation
But
closed.
yeah, he goes not even just back to back. All he has to do is win another MVP, and he's good.
Well, yeah, but I'm like, especially like this year, he goes back to back,
Or
conversation
like
closed.
even all
It's
right, so
over.
perfect right there. Even if they lose this year and go next year, he's still.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
like at this point, he has the hardware to give himself the edge in this conversation. Any more hardware he adds to it just helps the argument.
Yeah, literally.
Simple as that.
Oh, because yeah, he technically is the greatest Thunder, sadly.
Yeah,
And like with KD, what it is for me is the scoring titles, but then Shea got one or two already in my bugging.
yeah.
Westbrook is the triple doubles, but it's like you guys were a 6 seed when you was doing that. You
Like
know,
they each have one. That's the thing. Like that's why I said everybody has their one MVP, but Shay's got the chip in the finals. That's
the
why I'm like
chip in the final, right? I mean, yes,
he's
yes.
got the edge. But I'm like,
He technically already got it, bro.
like I said, in my opinion, he already has it.
And the
Any
crazy thing is, bro, if we're really looking at players individually, I don't think he's better than either one of them
no, that's the funniest part though.
overall. You know what I'm saying?
That's the funniest
But
part.
like, he technically is the greatest Thunder.
Yeah. Once again, this is the same thing with the most GOAT debates. If we're talking about playing a game of one on one, this is a different conversation. But when we're going hardware and resumes, Shay has it.
Yeah, that's fact. But I
Simple
mean,
as that.
it was kind of the same thing. The same thing as if Tyrese would have won.
That's literally that's
You couldn't
kind
say
of
anything
the.
to Paul George. You couldn't say anything to Reggie Miller. It was just it's just you know what I'm saying. It
I
was what it
mean,
was.
well, I mean, honestly, and this is a thing where I always get an irritation when they complain about the ring culture thing. Like, oh, if you win, yes, you play basketball to win. That's what you do. That's the ultimate goal. When you're the top guy on a championship team, that should count for something. Like, I always makes me kind of irritated when people do like the ring culture, like you act like rings are important. Yes, winning is important.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And respectfully, with all due respect, we know why this is people complain about it is because it doesn't help one certain person become the GOAT in most conversations.
Yeah.
Respectfully,
Hmm.
but with all due respect, I generally think like it. I don't see a problem with the whole like winning matters.
That's facts. It really does.
That's when
It's huge. It's huge.
you
I
step
mean,
on the
it's a
court
part
to
of the
win.
game.
You step on the court
Literally.
to win.
What's
When you're
like,
the best player on
what
the
else are
best
you playing
team,
for? You're playing to get to the finals to win the chip. So you have that ring. You know what I'm
and
saying?
like I
That's
said, when you're the best player on the best team, you get rewarded.
yeah.
As I always say when it comes to Kobe's legacy. God rest his soul. But what helped hurts his legacy was being the second guy on that team.
All right. Was he really the second guy?
Respectfully, Shaq got the MVP. Shaq got 3 Finals MVPs. He was the second guy.
Was Tatum the second guy?
On the way that finals looked, unfortunately, on paper, yes. Do I
How?
think
How?
he's the
Wait, time out. Because we not finna do this right now. He was leading the team in points, rebounds, and assists. They gave it
yes?
to Brown because they didn't want to give it to Tatum. Like,
And
let's be honest.
I'd argue Tatum should have got it. But
So, but no. On
he was
paper,
that guy.
nothing. On paper, they gave it to Brown. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it, but they gave it to him on paper. If you're looking at the stats, Tatum was still the number one option on that team. You cannot
Yes,
say that, bro.
but
You cannot say
it
that.
goes to the best player on the best team. That's how that reward usually works, right? It's the most
So
valuable
Curry
player.
was the second option. I'm not even talking about the KD to Andre Iguodala. Like, let's be honest right now, bro.
Well,
Come on.
that one's a load of bull. I don't think he should have won it, but on paper, that is the thing.
So on paper, Andre Iguodala was the number one option on that team, is what you were saying to me right now.
On paper, Andre Iguodala won that award, so that gives him more credit for his legacy than it does Curry. Yes, that's simply how it works. Tatum's legacy took a hit by Brown
I'm
winning
not talking
those
about
two.
that, DJ.
That's
Answer
what we're
the
talking
question.
about.
Answer the question.
Because that's a dumb question.
Andre Iguodala was the
I'm not
number
gonna
one
sit here
option on that
and
team.
stuff
Or
that
no?
makes no sense.
Was Andre Iguodala the number one option on that team?
No, because you're trying to twist
Thank
my
you.
words and make me make
I'm
something
not
real
twisting your words.
stupid.
I'm asking you to answer the question.
Because, like I said,
No. I'm asking you to answer the question. Was Jason Tatum the number one option on that team? Yes or no?
No, the ball was not put in Brown's hands first. But at the end of the day, hardware-wise, they gave it to Brown. So, like I said, if we're going back to the
Forget
original,
hardware-wise, bro. Just answer the question. You're adding the extra stuff to even
no,
make
you're
that.
You're trying to
flip.
whack
I'm
me
not
right now.
trying to
You're
change
not
lane.
getting
I'm
with it.
just
Gang, we're going back. Okay, Shaq and Kobe. You're saying, was Kobe the second guy? I said, Kobe's legacy takes a hit, being second to Shaq because Shaq won all the awards.
It takes a hit. All right, so KD doesn't take a hit now. That's basically what you're saying. KD's legacy doesn't take a hit.
I mean, KD's legacy is defined by going to the cheap team to win some hardware.
Besides that, he doesn't take a hit because he won both Finals MVP. So he came in and basically is his team now just because he won the Finals MVPs.
If anything, it's killed both their legacies. We've already talked about this.
No. All right, I understand that, but I'm saying what you are saying right now is like that's what you're saying.
But you see, but you're trying to take
you're saying the Finals
MVP
MVP
to everything.
Forget that he went there. That affects him. Yes, it affects both of them. But him winning those Finals MVP means that he was the number one option and that was his team. Is what
he was a hired gun. He was a hired gun. He was the number one option when he was there.
Curry just going around the question now.
He was a hired gun.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Because I'm not gonna do the yes or no. Because what you're trying to do
just a yes or no.
No, because what you're saying, you're not slick. Because you're trying to take.
I'm not trying to be slick. I'm literally asking the question to say yes or no.
Can you let me speak? You're taking the rule with Kobe and Shaq, and you're trying to adopt it to a bunch of other weird scenarios that are not that logic is hard to apply to. Because now you're taking the one statement of Kobe's legacy takes a hit because he was the second guy because Shaq won the awards, and now you're trying to take every random instance in the last 15 years where someone won an award where you can argue the other person should have won it. Respectfully, there was no argument. That was Shaq. That was Shaq's team.
Here's my other question. So
that was Shaq's team.
Is Dwayne Wade better than Kobe?
All time? No. But Wade didn't get any of the stuff.
Oh my gosh, bro. Why can't you just say yes or no? You always gotta add something to it, bro.
All time, no. There's context.
There's no context. I'm just asking the question. It's yes or no. Literally, you're the one that's adding context. You don't need
because the context is
yes
needed.
Or no.
Context is needed.
No, it is not. You're adding the context.
All time, who's better, Dwayne Wade or Kobe?
I'm not saying all time.
Who's better in 06 all time, right?
All right. In the year that Kobe won with Shaq and the year that Dwayne Wade won with Shaq, who was a better player, Kobe or Dwayne Wade?
Dwayne Wade.
Okay, DJ.
But that's context. See, you said who's better, Kobe or Wade? All time, Kobe. 06, Wade.
Obviously, in 06, Wade was better than whatever because he won.
You just said when
I'm saying in 06 and in 01 or 2000, whatever year it was.
Wade.
Now,
Wade
now
won
you're
the
pissing me off.
hardware.
I'm about to start yelling and stuff. Now you
Wade
just getting me
Wade won the hardware. What do you mean?
Yes, he won the hardware. You're right, DJ.
He's better than Kobe in that sense.
Yes, he was okay. You're right. There is no arguing with you, and I already understand that.
No doubt now, right?
No, DJ, because it was a yes or a no. You're adding context and saying there got to be
but
context.
Then you added context
so
after. You did too. What do you
mean?
Gang, you literally went from who's better, Kobe or Dwayne Wade, and then you said Kobe in 01 versus Wade in 06. That
because all it was
that's
yes
context.
Or no. You could, all right,
that is adding context. No,
you're right. That's adding context. Can we go to the next topic? That was
it. That was it. Don't just rage quit the show now.
I'm not rage quitting the show. I'm just saying that was crazy, bro.
I don't think it was that.
I'm saying it's a yes or no. You say I have to add context.
Yes, because you're just saying who's better, Wade or Kobe, all time.
But you know what I'm
Kobe.
talking about. I'm talking about with Shaq. Like, bro,
With
like
Shaq,
what?
Wade.
Okay,
Wade was
there
better
you
than
go. That's
Kobe
the
and
answer. That
Shaq.
was the answer. That was the answer. That was the answer.
Okay. But back to your other point, when you talk about Brown and Tatum, and you talk about Iguodala and
So
Curry
yeah,
and all these other
Iguodala was the
weird
number one
instances.
option. Brown was the
No,
number one option. Shaq was the number one
no.
option over Kobe. Dwayne Wade was the number one option over
See, you're
Shaq.
trying to
I
take this
understand.
logic and apply
No,
it to
DJ, that's what
everywhere.
you're saying to me.
Because
I,
you're
I
no, you're
asked the
trying to.
question. You're saying I had to add context, so we added context,
But,
and
okay,
you
but
got the answer you wanted,
the
bro. It's
context
fine.
is see no see the context is across the board. Most times, keyword most times, the best player on the best team is the one that gets the credit, the top dog.
And
Most
I was
times,
naming the times
I'd
where
argue.
clearly it wasn't the best
Yeah, but
player,
you're taking
but
these three instances because I can name the
it's
rest of
not
history
three. There
when it
was
was
like six of them, four of them I just named. But it's like I
who
said,
Durant
I
over
just said
Curry,
I
Brown
okay,
over
that's
Tatum,
one. Uh-huh.
Iguodala over Curry. What other ones?
Kobe over Shaq.
You think Kobe's better than Shaq in that time?
Shaq was dominant. No Kobe, what happens?
For wait, no Kobe. That's that. Yeah, you take somebody off the team, they don't win.
Bro,
Duh.
I'm
You take
saying.
Shaq off that team, you saw what happened with Kobe. That logic
All
could
right,
be
you're right.
applied both
You're
ways.
absolutely right. That's facts. Because
But that
he
was
needed another piece to do that. That's facts.
he was the guy.
Yeah, you're
In
right.
'06, Wade was the guy. Once again, with Curry and Iguodala. That is the one weird instance because they gave it to Iguodala for supposed to be doing well on LeBron, even LeBron averaged 30. That was awkward. They probably should, looking back, they probably shouldn't have done that. Durant and Curry, if you look at those numbers, Durant was the hired gun. They pretty much gave him the ball and said, "You go win us a championship." So technically, in that series, was Durant the top guy in that series? Per se, yes. Do I
Yeah.
think that technically his team? When you get no, clearly not. Now, Celtics, this one's a little weird because I personally feel like Tatum should have won Finals MVP. Where it gets kind of
That's all I was
wild.
trying to get you to say.
Yes, but
That's literally all I was trying to get you to
when it
say.
happened. We've already said that. There's definitely footage on this show where I've already said Tatum should win MVP. That's already something I've said on record. But when you look at it, technically, they're saying that Taylor Brown was the guy. Do I agree with that? No. But on paper, that's what happens. Brown's legacy took more of an advantage than Tatum's by winning the Finals MVP. Because for Tatum, who
Yeah.
is the most hated player in this league, I'd argue, that all it did was give them more ammunition to hate him. And I'd
Yeah.
argue when you go look at this upcoming season, it's going to give Tatum all the fuel because he has every reason to try to return and come back and go bring this team back and go sweep those awards and win the Conference Finals MVP and the Finals MVP like he probably should have the year they won.
Facts.
That is just the reality.
Yeah, that's real. That is real, literally. No bat.
But I mean, hey, that was a really heated argument though. Oh my gosh! I
Oh
don't think
no,
we've
yeah,
ever-
we're
I
putting
don't
that
think
on
we've ever-
TikTok.
We've never gotten into it that bad. I think
On
this
TikTok. For sure it's
Oh,
going on
oh.
TikTok.
Clip it anyway. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the inaugural episode of 94 Feet for season 3.
Oh yeah, and we finna have a whole
only-
bunch more.
Hey, it
of
can only go
these.
up from here because wow, that was crazy.
But
But
this season about to be great.
nuts. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for
Wait until we
watching.
have the Kobe and LeBron. I mean the LeBron and Jordan argument.
Again. Oh, wait till that comes. Wait till that resurges for.
Oh,
the fourth
I
year
don't
in
think
a
that
row.
argument's ever gonna end until
No.
you agree.
No,
and
it's-
I know you're never going to,
the-
especially at the way LeBron's in his career now. I already know you're never gonna let it go, ever.
But we will do that next time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for watching.
It's never gonna end until Wemby is the best.
Oh dear God. Anyways, ain't no like the hard way, y'all. Until next time, peace.